Hello and welcome to Towards a Better India. In this video, I want to highlight the issue of nightlife, especially in urban India, which I feel is still extremely limited as compared to most other, places around the world. If you take up practically any city, here our definition of nightlife seems to revolve more around, say, nightclubs, which are invariably in five stars, which are obviously very expensive and out of the reach of most of the common public. Nightlife needs to be beyond that, and I'm talking about things like markets, which are probably open air markets, which are open at night. There are places around the world. Take neighboring Pakistan. In Lahore, they have something called a food street, which opens up at about 6 in the evening and is open throughout the night. Imagine if they can do it and say I've seen in Bangkok, I've seen, there are these special night bazaars which are open throughout the night. The only place where I've seen similar markets are in Goa. Goa, they especially have these, night bazaars. You have the Anjana market, you have flea markets around, different places, different days, different beaches have these markets. But beyond that, I feel our urban, areas, Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, these places need to have more nightlife, which is beyond these, so-called nightclubs and discos, and there needs to be much more beyond that. I feel it is so lacking. Believe me, any and every foreigner who comes to India feels this at some point in their, in their tenure that they are here. But I have seen it abroad, and it is so vibrant, so vivacious, and yet it can be, the first thing which comes to my people's mind is, oh my god, safety, there can be anything which can happen. But when you have it over on a mass scale across so many different parts of a particular city and across the country, believe me, over time safety will not be an issue. Things will take care of themselves. Like in the daytime, markets function, people go shop, and people are safe more or less. Same thing can happen in the night as well. And there can be so many that you can have food related, night bazaars which you can take place in Delhi. You can make the entire Chandni Chowk, area such that even at night it's say teeming with life, which is currently not really the case. You can go, and you can probably somewhat late at night also you can go to, say, parathe wale gali, and you can have a paratha. But that's, again, everything is somewhat limited, and as the night progresses, most establishments, pretty much close down. There are so many, I feel 24/7 shops which should be there. Again, you look at Thailand, they have 7-Eleven which is open throughout the night, throughout the day. There's things are available anytime, and it's not just, limited to, say, one part of, say, Bangkok, or one part of Thailand. I mean, 7-Eleven is across the country, and they are open throughout the day. You get everything, pretty much everything. Alcohol sales are limited. They are not available after midnight. They are not available. But at the same time, most things are available, and you can just about go and pick up everything. I feel similar initiatives should be taken on a much bigger scale in India, given the fact that population here is much higher. There's, emergency situations which come up. Sometimes so many of us are working professionals wherein we don't have that much time that, through the day or the weekdays we're not able to shop. Sometimes things get late, and suddenly in the middle of the night we kind of realize, oh, I needed this. That all of these situations can be taken care of when we have more and more, 24/7 kind of establishments. In Delhi particularly, yes, there is like a chain 24/7 where you can get, but extremely limited, very few shops. Considering the population, the spread of the city, I think there's so much more scope, and the same holds true for other cities, other places in the country as well. So I hope that the city planners, the town planners, they're thinking about this, that we can actually have more and more of these 24/7 establishments, markets, places to see. You can even have historical places which are open throughout the day. That can be such a fantastic experience. Give it a special sort of a lighting, give it a special sort of an aura. Have, say, nightly walks. Take tourists around the city at night, when they can probably walk a little more freely, when vehicular traffic is much more limited. It'll be such a beautiful, such an amazing experience. So I hope, the planners, the thinkers, the strategy makers, etc., think about this as well. Cheers.